Two jaw-dropping robotics breakthroughs have just dropped back to back, and honestly, it's impossible to decide which one is more mind-blowing. On one hand, we have China's latest humanoid robot, the L7, and trust me, this isn't your typical walk, wave, and smile kind of robot. No, this thing actually thinks. It's observing, analyzing, and acting in real time, powered by a cutting-edge multimodal AI that fuses vision, language, and motion seamlessly. We're literally watching it take verbal commands, process them, and execute tasks with a level of fluidity that feels, well, unsettlingly human. The internet's collective reaction? Wait, this can't be real, right? But while everyone's reeling from that, there's another bombshell. A company called Unix just revealed what could be the most advanced robotic arm to date, an open-source 8-axis bionic arm that moves with the grace and precision of a living organism. Its secret weapon? A revolutionary joint module that merges driving, sensing, and control into one ultralight, powerful system. And the kicker? They're not locking it away. They're giving it to the world as open source tech. So buckle up, because these two announcements aren't just cool tech demos, they're glimpses into a future where robotics could change everything we know about human-machine interaction. Let's start with Robot Era's L7. This robot is basically what occurs when advanced AI finally gets a body, and that body moves like it means it. Picture this, you're in a lab in China that has a lot of cool technology. A sleek humanoid robot around 5 feet 7 inches tall is standing in front of you and looking at a table full of odd things. You say, "Move the red cup next to the book," in a casual way. The robot tilts its head a little, looks around, and then, without a single stutter or pause, it just does it. Smooth, exact, and planned. Not stiff or robotic, but almost too human. That's the L7. Not only is the hardware scary amazing, but so is the thinking behind it. At its core is something called Era 42, a vision language action model. In basic terms, it's not just hearing what you say or seeing what's around it, it's fully understanding both, and then determining how to behave. This is a significant shift. We are entering a new era where machines can see, understand, and make judgments based on context. Just like we do, we are no longer limited to robots that follow pre-programmed scripts. The L7 listens to your commands, watches your gestures, identifies objects, figures out their positions, and then interacts with them instantly. There's no unpleasant lag, no loading moment. You ask it to straighten a glass that's slightly off-center, and it does it with the kind of finesse that used to require expensive motion capture rigs and an entire team of puppeteers. Except here, it's entirely autonomous. All of this is happening in real time. And although the AI brain is stunning, the physical build is equally jaw-dropping. Its proportions appear natural, even lifelike, and the way it balances and moves is shockingly smooth. The joints don't jerk, they flow. The hands are precisely tuned, capable of delicate, precise movements, and everything is perfectly aligned with the AI's grasp of the universe. It doesn't feel like a machine, it feels like one unified creature, and I don't use the word organism lightly. L7 isn't biological, of course, but the way it operates gives off a sense of intentionality. Like it's not just executing code, but genuinely grasping the circumstance. That's a game changer. What we're witnessing isn't just a flashy demo, it's the early glimpse of robots that can learn, reason, and adapt, all while navigating the physical world. And here's where it gets even wilder. As the software side of robots is reaching a whole new level of cognition, the hardware side is poised to blow up too. Thanks to what you and I just dropped, the entire robotics world just been shook. This company didn't just announce a new product, they made one of the biggest moves we've seen all year. They've unveiled a fully self-developed robotic joint system, paired with a lightweight, high-torque, 8-axis robotic arm. But here's the twist that has everyone's jaw on the floor. They're open sourcing it. Yes, every single detail. Core components, mechanical blueprints, the complete platform, they're giving everything away. Anyone may build on it, change it, scale it, even market it. This isn't some restricted developer kit. It's a full-fledged foundation for the future of embodied AI. Now, let's unpack why this is such a major problem. Most robotic arms today operate on 6 or 7 axes of motion. That's already enough for a large spectrum of human-like flexibility. But you and I didn't just settle for good enough. They went for 8. And that extra axis? It changes everything. It means this arm can twist, bend, and maneuver around obstacles with a level of grace traditional arms simply can't match. It can dynamically adjust its posture, reposition its tool, or end effector exactly where it needs to be, without sacrificing stability or speed. But the real magic isn't just in what it does, it's in how it does it. Uni's newly created joint module is a genuine game changer. Instead of having separate motors, sensors, and controllers, they've combined all three into a single, tiny, and very clever unit. This means every joint isn't just moving blindly. It's sensing, thinking, and adapting in real time. It can make micro adjustments on the fly, compensating instantly if it meets resistance, or even correcting for vibration or instability. The result? Movement that's buttery smooth, whisper quiet, and freakishly precise. And here's the kicker. This isn't locked behind patents or hidden in some corporate vault. It's open. Developers, academics, businesses, and even students can grab this innovation and run with it, building their own robots, creating new applications, and accelerating embodied AI quicker than ever. Now, let's connect the dots, because this is where things get wild. Picture the L7 humanoid we just talked about, already powered by the ERA42 vision language action brain, combined with UNI's fluid, hyper-intelligent 8-axis arm. Imagine a robot that can see, understand, think, and now move with the kind of dexterity and precision that rivals the human body. This isn't some sci-fi what if. This is the direction robotics is heading right now. For decades, the main issue in robotics has been the gap between intellect and mobility. You either had clever AI systems that couldn't move gracefully, or very agile machines that didn't grasp the environment. But in 2025, both ends of that spectrum are being solved, simultaneously. We're finally seeing cognition and control, thought and action merge into one. Watching the L7 in action, picking up objects, adjusting its grip, responding to people in real time, you can't help but feel like we've crossed into a completely new chapter. And it's not the eerie, uncanny valley vibe, it's the unpleasant reality that these robots are beginning to question what we consider uniquely human. Because here's the true issue no one wants to ask out loud. If a robot can see what we see, comprehend what we say, move like we do, and react with this level of awareness, what's left that's genuinely ours? Of course, we're not fully there yet. These systems still survive in controlled situations. They're not heading into a wild metropolitan street and improvising their way through traffic, at least not yet. But the foundation is here, and progress is accelerating at an exponential pace. Think about it. Just a few years ago, something like the L7 would have seemed like a fraud, and now it's moving with near-human fluidity in real time. Meanwhile, UNE's hardware breakthrough is unlocking the floodgates for innovation we've never had access to before. Put these two forces together and you realize the future isn't inching toward us, it's coming right at us faster than anyone predicted. So, have we gone too far? Or is this exactly how far we needed to go to find out what robots are truly capable of? Because here's the truth. Robots are no longer just tools. They're evolving into collaborators, teammates, even embodied minds that can adapt to our reality rather than just exist inside it. And if this is where we're standing in July 2025, can you even imagine what December is going to look like? This isn't the finish line of the robotics race, it's the igniting point. And every impossible moment from here, you can bet we'll be watching.
Because the next big breakthrough isn't about machines thinking like humans, it's about humans merging with machines. Leduc Robotics, the company behind the original Lubin Humanoid, just dropped a teaser for something new. And even though it was only a few seconds of footage and some carefully framed images, what they showed? It speaks volumes. Meet Lubin number 2. It's noticeably shorter than its predecessor. But don't let that compact size fool you. This isn't a downgrade. It's a deliberate evolution. The design is sleeker, more streamlined, and clearly optimized for real-world tasks rather than just showy demos. It feels like Leduc is stepping away from the towering bipedal humanoids we've been used to seeing, and instead betting on something smaller, more agile, and far better suited for tight, human-scale environments. Take a closer look, and you'll see it refined joints, slimmer arms, legs that seem perfectly balanced. Every detail screams mobility and efficiency. It's less about flashy acrobatics and more about functionality. This machine is being engineered to work, not just impress. And here's why that matters. This seemingly minor design pivot is actually huge. By going compact, Lubin number 2 could navigate spaces that other humanoids simply can't think: crowded offices, small apartments, or densely packed warehouses. A lower center of gravity means better stability. A smaller turning radius reduces the chance of toppling over, and the design just makes practical sense. But there's another angle: cost. A smaller frame requires fewer materials and simpler manufacturing. If Lubin number 2 proves to be just as capable as its taller competitors, Leduc could have a serious price advantage that pushes humanoids closer to mainstream adoption. Now, here's the catch. We still haven't seen Lubin number 2 walk. The teaser kept that part under wraps. But judging by its frame, joint articulation, and balance, it's clear this robot isn't built for over-the-top stunts, like backflips or parkour. It's built for the long game, real-world usability. That means efficient walking mechanics, reliable balance, low power consumption, and a form factor that can actually coexist with humans in everyday spaces. If Leduc nails this, Lubin number 2 could become one of the first humanoids truly ready for mass deployment. Not just a tech demo, but a practical machine for real-world environments. And while Lubin number 2 is quietly reshaping the conversation around form and function, something even bigger is brewing in robotics. Phantom, the humanoid robot Palmer Luckey just unveiled, is redefining what presence even means. Let's speak about this jaw-dropping moment that left an entire summit astonished. Palmer Luckey, yes, the founder of Oculus, a defense tech disruptor, and one of the most prominent brains in technology, didn't show up to the event in person. He didn't even hop on a live stream. Instead, he projected himself into a mechanical body. The machine was Phantom, a humanoid robot made by Foundation Robotics. And no, this wasn't some pre-recorded demo or cheap gimmick. Palmer was controlling Phantom in real time. He moved its arms, waved with its hands, spoke through its audio system, and communicated with the crowd like he was truly standing there. The audience? Absolutely floored. Sure, we've seen telepresence before on video calls, through VR headsets, or those clunky-wheeled robots with an iPad for a face. But this was different. This wasn't just a voice coming through a screen. This was a completely integrated human personality voice. Emotion, expression, all living inside a robot body. Now let's break down the tech. Phantom is one of Foundation Robotics' most advanced humanoid prototypes. It's engineered to imitate human movements with astonishing fidelity. We're talking highly expressive upper body articulation, fluid arm gestures, real-time voice projection, and precise limb control that lets it point, wave, and interact almost naturally. But the real innovation isn't just in the hardware, it's in the presence. Palmer wasn't simply communicating through Phantom, he was in Phantom. He could scan the room, make eye contact, react to audience members' faces, and underline his arguments using body language. He was both there and not there. It's not merely a technical milestone, it's a philosophical one. During this visit, Palmer offered a statement that wonderfully encapsulated the scene. He argued that enthusiasm around tackling complex tech problems isn't a bad thing. Hype draws attention, fuels investment, and gets the smartest people in the world thinking about the impossible. And when that happens, innovation bursts. He's right. Think about it, if we hadn't preached the fantasy of humanoid robots a decade ago, we probably wouldn't have Tesla Optimus, Figure 02, or Unitree's G1 today. And we definitely wouldn't be watching a human talk through a robot body on a live stage. This incident with Phantom was one of those you had to see it to believe it occurrences. And the implications? Massive. Imagine a surgeon performing a complex operation remotely by inhabiting a phantom robot in a hospital thousands of miles distant. Imagine a teacher simultaneously appearing in schools around the world fully embodied. Imagine visiting your parents in another country not through a video call but by stepping into a robot shell across the globe, sitting at their kitchen table, conversing and gesturing as if you never left. It's not teleportation, but in this decade, it might be the closest thing we'll get. Foundation Robotics isn't simply developing robots. They're building the foundation for remote embodiment. This isn't just automation or AI assistance, it's presence. You, in another body, anywhere in the globe, doing real things in real time. If they manage to scale Phantom, make it cheaper, lighter, and widely accessible, it could become one of the most transformative social technologies since the iPhone. And don't underestimate Palmer's influence. With his footprint in defense, VR, and robotics, Phantom could find its way into areas like military operations, remote medicine, education, and perhaps entertainment faster than we imagine. Of course, it's not all sunshine. There are significant questions here. Who governs your activities when you're embodied in a robot? What happens if someone hacks into your telepresence feed? How do we even define identity when your voice, expressions, and movements may occupy a mechanical body halfway across the world? Still, Palmer's demo of Phantom feels like a first look at a future where humans and robots don't just coexist, they merge. Not through brain chips, not through sci-fi implants, but through networked embodiment. It's thrilling, it's unsettling, but it's coming. And here's the wild part: Phantom and Lubin number 2 might seem like separate stories, but they're really chapters of the same book. The dawn of robotics designed not just to replace us, but to become an extension of us. Lejeu's Lubin number 2 is all about shrinking the humanoid form into something practical, functional, and most importantly, deployable. It's designed for real-world use, built to work in spaces where towering humanoids just don't make sense. On the other end of the spectrum, Foundation's Phantom is about expanding human presence through robots, taking our voice, our intentions, even our emotions, and projecting them into a mechanical body. Together, these two breakthroughs mark opposite ends of the humanoid revolution, body and mind. One is simplifying the physical body for everyday usage. The other is pushing human presence to regions we've never imagined. And when these two notions collide, when agile, affordable hardware mixes with expressive telepresence, we'll witness robots that don't just act like humans, they'll be humans, remotely, virtually, maybe even legally. Picture this. A few years from now, you walk into a hotel. Instead of a human receptionist or a boring, pre-programmed kiosk, you're greeted by a Lubin-style humanoid robot powered by Phantom's telepresence system. Behind that robot is a genuine human being, maybe hundreds of miles away, beaming into that body for only a few minutes to serve you. This won't be a tech gimmick. This is where the industry is heading. The takeaway is clear. We're entering a new era where the barrier between human and computer isn't rigid anymore. It's malleable. Design is shrinking down to make robots usable and affordable. Meanwhile, presence is scaling up, giving these computers a human soul, at least for a moment. Lubin number 2 is the silent but powerful suggestion of how humanoids are evolving on the outside. Smaller, faster, and more cost-efficient. Phantom is the bold, jaw-dropping reminder that change is also happening on the inside, turning robots into living avatars. Palmer Luckey's presence through Phantom wasn't merely a news stunt. It was a window into tomorrow. A future when being present won't necessarily entail standing in the same room, where robotic embodiment may become as normal as a video conversation. A future when, for a few minutes, a human consciousness can inhabit a synthetic frame, not metaphorically, but actually. As absurd as that seems, all the pieces are already here,